620 used in the work of auditors experts. SCA 620 deals with auditors' responsibility when used in the work of an individual or organization possessing expertise sufficient appropriate audit evidence. Auditors experts field other than account and auditing, sufficient appropriate audit evidence, competence, capability, objectivity, reliability and evaluations. Scope of SA 620 covers when auditor uses an expert like valuer, actuary, lawyer, engineer, geologist, environmental specialist to obtain evidence. Example, company owns huge factory, auditor is not engineers. Suppose so auditor appoints civil engineer to determine the building value is correct or not. Auditor relies on experts report. SA 620 applies. Does not apply. The expert is part of audit team. If audit staff itself has engineering knowledge, SA does not apply. Management experts. Management appoints an actuary to calculate gratuity liability. That is management experts covered by SA 500, not a SA 620. So what do you mean by SA 500? So some people are getting angry when you ask suddenly about that SA 500, because when you study the SA 620 you go to 500. So that is 500 is not evidence, audit evidence, but you just by got everything மனப்படமாக வச்சுருக்கணுங்க. எஸ். Yes. Now you see, auditor's responsibility never reduces even if experts gives wrong valuations. Auditor opinion remains auditor responsibilities. So use auditors experts does not reduce auditor responsibility for audit opinions. சரி, ஆடிட்டர் தப்பா சரி எக்ஸ்பர்ட்ஸ் தப்பா ரிப்போர்ட் கொடுத்தாரு, நான் அதுக்கு எப்படி பொறுப்பாளன்னு சொல்ல முடியாது. Auditor responsibilities never reduces. Auditors experts meanings an individual or organization possessing expertise other than accounting and auditing can be an internal expert worked in audit firm. Examples: audit firms, valuation department. External expert, independent outside expert. Example: external chartered engineers. Procedures to evaluate experts work. Ask you CAD, very important letter meaning. Assumptions used. Scope of work, knowledge in field, understanding of work, competence, contents of reports, independence and data use and reliability. These are all the procedures to evaluate experts' works. Ask you D. Ask you CAD. Ask you CID means A for assumptions used, S for scope of work, A for knowledge in the field, U for understanding the work, C for competence, and C for contents of reports, I for independence, D for data use and reliability. That is called ASCII CAD. ASCII means A for assumptions, S for scope, K for knowledge, U for understand, C for competence, C for contents of reports, I for independence and D for data use and reliability. Explanations. Assumptions. What is the assumptions here? Whether assumptions are reasonable. Examples: valuer assumes land price is 20,000 square feet. Auditor checks market value, so it is correct or not. That is called ASCII. First will from the A. Yes, no scope of work. Whether experts covered all required work. Yes. Scope. Okay, knowledge. Whether expert has specialized knowledge in this field, you have to check. Ask knowledge. Ask you understand. Another auditor should understand the expert has done or not. Competence. Personal qualifications has to be checked by the auditors. And the contents of reports. Whether report answer auditor subject is matched with them. Independence, whether expert is independent from client or a conflict of interest. And data and reliability, whether information data is reliable. Can experts may be mentioned in audit reports? Normally no. Auditor should not refer to experts. Can mention only with experts present, prior consents and law requires it. That's all. Even the mentions refer to expert does not reduce auditor's responsibility. I told you already. A reference to expert does not reduce auditor's liability. When written agreement is required, written agreement is needed, especially when experts get confidential information, complex assignments, multi-country regulations, rules unclear. Auditor never worked with experts before, or experts' work is highly significant. Then agreement is very important, because if it is rules unclear, multi-country regulations, complex assignments, work is highly insignificant. Areas where expert is used. See examples: valuation of land, building valuation, plant and machinery, jewelries, paintings, intangible assets, impairment, actuarial valuations, insurance liabilities, employees benefit valuations, oil reserve estimations, environmental liabilities, legal interpretations, tax litigations. இந்த மாதிரி ஒர்க்குக்கெல்லாம் கண்டிப்பாக ஆடிட்டர் ஓரளவுக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருக்கும். இருந்தாலும் இதுக்கெல்லாம் வந்து அவங்க என்ன செய்யலாம், எக்ஸ்பர்ட்டை யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். பட் அக்கௌண்ட்ஸுக்கும் ஆடிட்டிங்கும் அவங்க யூஸ் பண்ண வேண்டிய அவசியம் இல்லை. Why auditor needs experts? Experts helps auditors in understanding the entity, risk assessment procedures, designing audit procedures, performing audit procedures, evaluating audit evidence. So these are the reasons why auditor relies depending on experts. Determining nature, timing, and extent depends on nature of matter, risk of material misstatement, significance, experts' previous experiences, frames, quality controls. These are all the determining nature, timing, and extent. Evaluation of experts' works. Auditor evaluates findings whether conclusions agree with audit evidence. Assumptions. Assumptions are always reasonable. Correct valuation method. Source of data reliable. If not adequate, auditor should ask expert to perform additional work or perform additional audit procedures. Evaluate CCO. Very important. Very important. CCO, competence, qualifications, experiences, and knowledge. That is very important. And capability, ability to perform the work, objectivity, independence, no bias, and no conflict of interest. Evidence obtained through previous experiences, discussions, qualifications, publications, other auditors. It's very important. Understanding experts field. Auditors should understand nature, scope, objectivities of experts to determine whether the work is adequate. Agreement with experts. Written agreement should include nature, scope, objectivities, roles, responsibilities, communications, report format, and confidentiality. Yes. ABC Limited owns power plant costing 600 crores. Management says fair value is 950 crores. Auditor appoints independent valued experts. Later, ICAI inspections finds experts used outdated electricity type assumptions. Auditor accepted report without checking assumptions. Violation 620 reasons. Auditor cannot blindly rely on experts. He should evaluate assumptions, methods, data, competence, subjectivity before relying the work of auditor's experts. The auditor's experts gets sufficient appropriate audit evidence and the competence of the knowledge, capability of their knowledge, the objectivity is clearly defined or not, assumptions, reliability and independence, nature, timing of work, evaluate experts works, written agreement, confidentiality, auditor's responsibility, not reduced by experts teams. So purpose to use experts obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence, internal, external, evaluate ASCII CD, check CCO, understand nature, scope of activities, agreement, responsibilities, communication, confidentiality, evaluate, report, findings, methods, assumptions, if adequate, more work, more audit procedures. ஸோ ஆடிட்டருக்கு தெரியாத ஒரு தொழில் விஷயத்தில் ஒரு நிபுணரின் உதவி தேவைப்பட்டால் 620 பொருந்தும். கணக்கு அல்லது ஆடிட்டிங் அல்லாத துறையில் நிபுணர்களாக இருக்கணும். அவர்கள் மூலம் தான் சஃபிஷியன்ட் ஆடிட் பெறப்படுகிறது. நிபுணர்களை நீங்கள் கண்மூடித்தனமாக நம்பக்கூடாது. காம்படன்ஸ், கேப்பபிலிட்டி, அப்ஜெக்டிவிட்டி ஆகியவற்றை மதிப்பிட வேண்டும். அசம்ஷன், மெத்தட், டேட்டா ஆகியவற்றை சரிபார்க்க வேண்டும். தேவையானால் எழுத்துப்பூர்வ ஒப்பந்தம் செய்ய வேண்டும். எக்ஸ்பர்ட்டை பயன்படுத்தணும். ஆடிட்டோட ஒப்பீனியனுக்கு முழு பொறுப்பு ஆடிட்டருக்கு. நினைவு வைத்துக் கொள்ள வேண்டியவை: ASCII CCID. A for assumption, S for scope, K for knowledge, U for understanding, C for competence, C for completeness, E for independent, D for data reliable. The use of work of auditors experts does not reduce auditor responsibility of their auditor opinions. இது வந்து ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியமான ஒரு வேர்டாக கன்சிடர் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஸோ 620 என்பது ரொம்ப ஈஸியாக முடிச்சிட்டேன். தேங்க்யூ ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்.